Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, may I please get 2 biscuits and gravy, 2 sausage biscuits, and a large Sprite?
Okay, so you got 2 biscuit gravy, 2 sausage biscuits, and a large Sprite?
Yes, ma'am.
Wait, like to add $5?
No, thank you.
Okay, 1163 at the window.
No, ma'am.
I'm just waiting on your card, okay?
Okay.
Have a great day.
You too, ma'am.
You'll never be the same once you felt that burning flame. You're chasing stars alive. What was broken's left behind. Watch it crumble in the light. Nothing can stop you now. See the colors of the sky. Falling down from black and white. But until all light is yours. Now there's nothing left to lose. Only raging on the road. The thunder from afar, the lightning and the dawn. I can feel the fire come alive, so calm before the storm. So dark before the dawn. Oh, I can see the fire in your eyes. In your eyes. Oh, I can see the fire in your eyes. In your eyes. I can see the fire in your eyes.
They say Taylor was a good girl, never one to be late, complain, express ideas in her brain. Working on the night shift, passing up the tickets, you're gonna have to pay her if you want to park here. Well, mommy's little dancer is quite a little secret, walking on the streets now, never gonna keep it. Position, and now she's only wishing that she would have listened to the words they said. Taylor, she just walks around, unaffected by the winter winds, yeah. And she'll pretend that she's somewhere else, so far away, about 2,000 miles from here. Peter Patrick, Peter Patters on the window. The sun is silhouette, won't let him in. And poor old Pete's got nothing 'cause he's been falling. Somehow starting up.
Hey, oh, Captain Jack! Hey, oh, Captain Jack! Bring me back to the railroad track! Bring me back to the railroad track!
Running to the railroad track, run along with Captain Jack. Running to the Keystone back.